Live today, Tuesday, September 2nd. I know the people in my neighborhood were freaking out because every Tuesday, 10 a.m., they test the sirens. And then every Tuesday at 10:01, the Ring camera app and everything, and the neighborhood group app, people are going crazy, going, why are these sirens? I think maybe people think it's a Monday. It's not a Monday. It's not a Monday. I'm recovering from a Labor Day weekend, though. Had a good, relaxing time. Went up to Michigan, hung out with my parents. My dad and stepmom, and brought the grandkids up there. So yeah, we're gonna let some eyeballs join on the live here. I'm live on TikTok as well. If you guys have any questions about the Yarbo, we are working with some of the new software right now. I'm under some tree cover out here right now, but we're just doing a quick cut. And then I'm gonna move to a different area. We'll move to a different area after a few minutes. Yeah, we're working with the new Dead Reckoning software out here as well. I'll give you guys some of the updates on that. If you haven't been to the Yarbo wiki page, kind of explains like some of what the new firmware and the new app are doing. We're working with the, like I said, the Dead Reckoning. So the PPVS is the formal term for it. But Dead Reckoning sounds so cool. It's very cowboyish, right? Dead Reckoning. Little whistle. Hey, good morning. I was telling everybody I'm recovering from that Labor Day weekend. I just ate. It was debauchery every 3-day weekend. This time, though, I drove up to Michigan. Indiana traffic, come on, man. It was really bad. All the way through Indiana traffic was. But Illinois was fine. Well, not on the way there. Literally left the office and there was like traffic until pretty much I got through Indiana. So that was not fun. But everyone was traveling and the kids were already in school around here. So, you know, what are you going to do? Everybody got out a little late on Friday and everybody had the same idea to jump on the highway. And, but I survived. We already got a cut going on out here. I wanted to get out here and test some of the Dead Reckoning stuff. We're under a tree right now. We have some trees. And then I'm going to go to another area and do another cut here coming up shortly. Yeah. Then we'll talk about some of the features of the new software and the new firmware. I'm using the standard lawnmower today. We're out here doing a cut. So yeah, we're just out here doing a cut with the standard lawnmower. We've got some specials going on that we're going to launch here shortly too. Try to get back on track with that. I want to be able to give you guys discounts when you tune into this live stream. I mean, what's the reason for joining in if I can't give you a good discount? We just wrapped our 5-year service plan warranty launch that we did there. So we just wrapped that. And now it's just time to have some fun. I saw some leaves starting to come down today. Anybody notice that? There were some good updates too as far as with the blower as well. Some of the vision stuff too. So there's a lot of updates coming out. We're going to be switching into fall mode pretty quick. My wife already told me she's putting out all the fall gear. Starting today is the day she gets to put it out. So I'm not going to tell her not to. I'll try to save the spooky stuff until like October. We could do a month of that. And then after October, I try to start to get those Christmas lights up, but it's not fun, right? So yeah, I can flip this around. You guys can see the cut we got going on. There are some eyeballs in here, so that's awesome. Yeah, we're just cutting right over here real quick. I wanted to test it out with the tree. Has anybody else been testing out the Dead Reckoning software? I haven't heard much from my peeps out there. I know it was a long weekend, but have you been testing some of the stuff out? If not, make sure you go into your Yarbo lab portion of the new update. And once you go into your Yarbo lab, sorry, I could probably pull it up. We'll see if I can do it while we're working here. But yeah, when you go into the Yarbo lab, then you can adjust like the distance up to 330 feet, like how far the Dead Reckoning stuff will go. So you can adjust that as well. So yeah, this is some of the new features here. So you have your boundary travel distance, in-area travel distance, max travel distance. This is the new Yarbo Lab with the Dead Reckoning. If you want, you can go in there and put those to your, well, whatever your discretion. I have them at maxed out at 330 feet, which if you are mapping out and you're doing some no-go zones in some heavy wooded tree areas and stuff while you're mapping, it's a good idea to stretch that distance to like 330. How short can it cut the grass? This module I have on can go to 1.2 inches, but the Yarbo Lawnmower Pro can go down to 0.8 inches. So yeah, this is 4 to 1.2 inches on this one. And yeah, and the Pro can get down a little longer. Got a nice cut going on here. Yeah, let me know where y'all are watching from. We could use a little rain here now. I think it'll be, we got a cold front coming in. We might get some rain on Wednesday. Once I'm done over here, I might move to a different area. This is kind of testing. I wanted to get some trees in here. Some of you have asked for some trees when we're doing the dead reckoning. When the GPS does go out, I'll show you guys. Well, I was doing it the other day on Friday when I was doing it. So I was able to kind of show you guys when we were working around a big tree. You can see it over here. That tree. This tree is notorious for me losing GPS signal. And so it was just great to see the Yarbo actually lose the GPS but continue to work with the dead reckoning. I don't know if you guys have noticed too, if you guys have downloaded some of the new software. There's a new like color scheme when it comes to the GPS. So your green, obviously, that means a strong GPS, and it's working. Normal GPS is working. Orange, you'll see orange now. So orange is a medium GPS. So then when in the medium GPS, Yarbo will switch to the dead reckoning. And then after that, we have red, no GPS, or dead reckoning ran too far. So it went past your parameters for dead reckoning. Then Yarbo will stop working for safety reasons, obviously. But yeah, so now you can function a little bit better. We got a little bit more with the GPS here. My voice is cracked. You could tell it was a weekend. So yeah, you're gonna wanna go in when you get those, you can adjust the, so you did try out the adaptive route. You know, it's funny, I just saw that this morning, like I gotta try that out. I'm really excited to try that out though, because of the difference. Like I have an area behind my garage that's totally different, like how I would want, you know, it's longer. So if I'm doing a parallel cut, like I noticed that where it's like, okay, I'm doing a parallel, but then behind the garage, it's takes a lot longer to do that parallel cut because it's a smaller area. So I'd like to change the routing direction on that one. Drink the water, sorry, you hear that weird noise. Got my water in. Keep working with it. I think you'll get it. I don't know. I gotta do some testing with that as well. I'm quite sure. Yeah, I'm not sure yet either. I have not tested that out yet, but like I said, I have been testing out the dead reckoning, so that's exciting to be able to do that. I haven't even checked out my. I have not mapped with my Yarbo at home with the update yet, though, which I was gonna send it out last night. I did do a quick run Thursday, but I have not mapped at home yet. I was gonna save it just in case I needed an area to do for the live stream this week. My house is a great place to do like dead reckoning just because I have fences, I have an apartment complex, I have houses next to me. So I'm in more of an urban city environment type of thing. So I am interested to do the dead reckoning from my house as well, just to see how it works. Then it's always nice to eat lunch at home, isn't it? Take a lunch break at home. We all like that. I can't do a landscape video on this way because it just doesn't work on the, I could probably always shoot a landscape video and then post it, or we could post it. I think we have some right now. There are some videos though are coming out. You guys will see. It might have already came out. I'm not quite sure. I saw it on the social thing, but where they actually put tinfoil over the over the RTK antennas. So they just let it run, and somebody ran up and put tinfoil on one, tinfoil on the other, and it showed it doing the exact same path. You know, and like I said, that'll be with no GPS. You can set it to go all the way up to run 331 feet. Obviously, that's 331 feet in a plan. It's not just going to take off down the road 331 feet.
Thing is awesome.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
My name is Jacob, by the way.
Jacob, hey, what's up, man? I'm Ryan. Sorry, I'm live right now, but it's okay. They can hear you. But yeah, cool, man. Thanks, Jacob. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, cool. Oh, that was awesome. When people run up during your live stream and tell you that your product is awesome, that's so good to hear. You know, like, that's really good to hear when people tell you that. Ringing endorsement. So yeah, we're doing some cuts right now. This is my test little area. I want to do it under some tree cover. We do have some trees. I'm gonna move it to a different area after this because I need a little bit longer of a cut. But yeah, sorry. Threw me off a little when somebody, I'm trying to look for something real quick. So yeah, some of these tree covers right here are notorious for where I would lose GPS signal before. You know, we're surrounded by buildings, we're surrounded by lots of trees, and these trees haven't been well maintained. You can kind of see that. This one is not bad right here, but some of the tree cover, like I'll go to another area. I mean, that tree cover's down to like I'm talking a foot or two off the ground. Where we're gonna go over another one, there's another tree too. So we're just having fun. Did everybody have fun on Labor Day? I had a good time for the most part. Not too much drama. I went up to Grand Rapids, Michigan, which I love. We were just up at the SEMA convention a couple months ago up there. We love Grand Rapids here. We love our Michigan folks. So I was up there this weekend, and we pretty much just kind of chilled, man. Ate a lot of food. I could not wait to come home last night and just have rice and veggies for dinner time. I had just eaten my share of cheeseburgers and bacon and ribs, and but that's good, man. It's a 3-day weekend. As soon as I got home yesterday, I ran downstairs and I got an hour and 10-minute workout in. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I had to burn some of it off, but I'm feeling it today. So not healthy lunch today, healthy dinner later. Get back on track. It's harder to get back on track these days. Yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in. Trying to work around under some trees here quick. Nothing crazy. With the new technology though, like, oh, I could see it go for a second. With the new technology though, it's good to, if you do have a lot of wooded areas or it's going under tree cover, try to map in some clear areas around it as well. Just so you know, if you do set your max at 330 feet, like, then you know, like, hey, there's chances are that thing's going to get another signal, you know, within those 330 feet. So you just want to be cognizant of that. You know, if you're going through really dense and it hasn't had a GPS signal, it'll run that extra 331 feet, and then out of safety it'll stop. But yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. It's a huge addition though that we've just added. Yeah, you need a Yarbo sign. I know people are always stopping. That's why I'm like really hesitant to. It's not that I don't want to talk about Yarbo. I love it, and I'd love to talk about it. But it's also working, and usually when the Yarbo's out working, I'm doing something else too. But I'll gladly stop and chat with somebody. I mean, it's just such a cool product, you know, out there, that when people do see it, and especially here in the United States, I know Europe has kind of been on top of it for a little bit longer than us, and obviously, you know, some of the other countries as well when it comes to robots, and you just don't see a lot of stuff like this in the United States. I mean, you're starting to see it, and I think a lot of the companies are starting to wake up here. But I mean, Yarbo's the only one out there that's fully modular right now, that's doing all the other tasks. I mean, I think I saw an ad the other day for a Kickstarter for one or something like that. So that tells you how far ahead Yarbo is from the competition when they're just launching Kickstarters, and ours are actually physical robots. And now we're upgrading models, and we're going to Lawnmower Pro, or we're, you know, shifting gears on this and that. So it's important to kind of be, you know, we like to think we're a forward-thinking company. Like right there, it just, GPS did go out for a second. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it might click over to the, when it clicks over to the orange, right there, boom, it just clicked over to orange, got another signal, orange again. So it's working without, on and off without a GPS signal. There it is right there again. And that's kind of cool because previously it would just shut down during that. So now it's actually out there. Shiny pasta. Oh, you went from pink fajita. That's kind, yeah, I know, that's kind of Shiny pasta. I love this. I love how they give names on this. So if you go onto yarbo.com and you're chatting, they actually give name. Shiny pasta. Pink fajita. Yeah, that sounds. I'm gonna button my lip now. I'm just gonna keep quiet. That's hilarious. So yeah, I started out with this little cut here. We got about 10 minutes left on this one, and then I'm gonna move on to another one. I just wanted to kind of show you guys some tree covers where Yarbo. Normally, back in the day, I would lose a little bit of GPS signal, especially under some of these trees. I see it popping on. Like right now, it popped off. The other day, I was working, and I mean, it was going a good 60 seconds plus with no GPS. Somebody said, I work for Industry AGB Manufacturing. One of those on my list. That's awesome, man. We do, you know, check us out. We're going to, might be breaking something September 5th. We might have something good deal for you guys. So that's like 3 days away. Right now, you can find this bad boy. Let me see on Amazon. I think we still have some available on Amazon. You can buy through Amazon, or you can buy through yarbo.com. Either one. Yarbo.com, you can make sure you take advantage of the warranties on there. Yeah, we got the snowblower up on Amazon right now, and the lawnmower up on Amazon right now. Got a bundle package up on Amazon right now with the lawnmower. Our standard lawnmower, which we're cutting with right now. Will the new feature allow it to start a scheduled job if no GPS fix? Is your chart docking station out of a GPS range? Like, are you talking about something maybe parked in a garage or something like that? Oh man, cool, man. Said he can move automated guided vehicle, move 5 tons, but need to try on as a toy. This one will move 3,500 pounds. That's straight line towing, daily towing, about 500 to 1,000. Definitely the new GPS should help it. I know there's like some scheduled, so I don't know if you guys have been on the wiki pages either. So we talked about the adaptive route. The adaptive route has been introduced to provide more flexible area routing options. And we talked about that too. It's kind of like, this is kind of like how my yard is set up. Let me get a good, like this would be behind my garage. So if I'd want to go this way in this little area and parallel this way, it's kind of cool. And then what did it say about the obstacle avoidance for the mower pathways, a beta version right now on this. Yeah, and the plan list improvements too, in the work plan list selection, you can now reorder your plans by simply long pressing and dragging them to your preferred order. Once you've adjusted, the new order will be saved automatically. Cloud backup now for your latest map. New return modes for schedule setting. So new return modes for mowing and snow blowing. You can set the return time. Yarbo will return to the docking station as soon as the scheduled time ends and reached, regardless of task projects. And I think we've talked about that with some people too, because okay, maybe you want your Yarbo out there, but at 11 p.m. there's some, you're like, you don't want, your neighbors don't want to hear it maybe, and not that it's that loud, but you could schedule it then. Even if it hasn't finished the job, you can schedule it to go back. So you can schedule it to go back at a certain time, and then, or you can have it return after completion. So you can, those two different times. So now those are in the add schedule. You'll see the return method on the bottom. You can do at a set time or after completion. That's huge too, like I said, because if you are out mowing and like I said, you don't want to make your neighbors mad after 10 p.m. or maybe you're concerned about the lights in the, like somebody calling in on the, I don't know. Some neighbors are weird. They freak out over things. So maybe you're concerned about some of that stuff. But yeah, so that way now Yarbo, you can send it back at a set time. You can set a daily no charge period. It says minimal intervals is 10 minutes. And I know that way, maybe if you're concerned, maybe you are in some really bad heat or something like that, you can set that up. So that way you just go to your, open the settings page in the app, navigate to work preferences, and then you can go to the no charge period right there. So yeah, it's fun. There's a lot of new updates with this new app, and then the firmware on the Yarbo itself. So there's a lot of really cool updates. A lot of them are things you guys have asked for. I know Ken Coleman, I know he's talked about it. He's been working really hard on the, the Dead Reckoning stuff. Ken's great when it comes to like software suggestions and fixes. He's kind of things that are way above my pay grade. They can kind of do. Oh, so I was able to fix the charging heat issue by placing a small milk crate type pattern below the battery at 1/4 inch. So is the battery like sitting on it? Is it just like creating like airflow underneath it? And that's another thing. Our Yarbo is rated from -13 to 113 degrees, but everything in it is built to be able to push a snow blower, push a leaf, run a 760 CFM leaf blower, tow up to 3,500 pounds. So remember, that's the reason for some of the power. Obviously, if this was just a lawnmower, we wouldn't need the power that we have in the thing. But we're the only modular yard tool out there, so we're the only one that's able to change into that snow blower, into that leaf blower. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, yeah, just a little bit of airflow underneath it. I mean, you can definitely run into that. I had zero. I'm in Chicago. Most of our days were about 90. We had a lot of 90 days this year. I had zero issue with any battery heat issues. And I keep mine out in the sun on a patio all day long. I don't park it. I mean, if you could always park it in the garage for a few hours or just let it cool down on some of those crazy hot days. But like I said, I didn't have any issue, and we had a really hot summer up here. Like, it was just consistently hot, so. Yeah, if you own a battery company, you know way more than I do on any of this stuff. So let me go check out YouTube. We're gonna move to a different area here shortly. Any suggestions on grass clogs on the blades? I assume maybe you're using the M1 or standard lawnmower. Cut more frequently. That way you're getting smaller mulching. You know, cut twice a week versus once a week for clogging. Don't cut the wet stuff in the morning. I personally don't have any issues with it, but I've seen some people. I've actually got some sticks clogged in there, even with the Lawnmower Pro. So yeah, I haven't really had much issues with the clogging, but I don't know what kind of grass you have either. So you could have some grass. Yeah, some of those you have to. Hey, don't. Sorry, people are coming back. I tell them. Yeah, some of those grasses though. Yeah, I mean they're just probably clog heavy. Our Lawnmower Pro should take care of that as well. Not trying to sell you an upgrade. If you want to upgrade, that's fine. But the Lawnmower Pro will have a lot less clogging just because it's not. I mean, you can put the razor blades still on it, but it does have the two blades on it, so it's a little less clogging. I will say I think our M1's better for micro mulching, so with the healthier grass. So it's a juxtaposition, or like a juxtaposition of what do you want. Do you have if you have some of the grass that's a little harder to cut, harder to maintain, the Lawnmower Pro's got a stronger motor, dual blades, a little bit shorter of a cut radius by about 1/4 of an inch, right around there, of a cut radius. Just, you know, it's sleek, it's powerful, it's upgraded, whatever not. But if you have grass like I'm cutting, I got a lot of Kentucky bluegrass, just a bunch of different mixes up here. I try to take care of the crabgrass for the most part. My Lawnmower Pro does a great job on the Lawnmower M1 does a great job on my yard. But yeah, some of that stuff, like I know, like I was talking to a guy in Florida the other day, he was talking about that St. Augustine grass. So that's been an issue with him, you know, as far as like what he's kind of looking more at the Lawnmower Pro because of that. Yeah, you're getting grass underneath some of the razor blades sometimes. And they're meant to move freely. So yeah, you're going to probably get something under there. You know, they do, you know. I will say the Pro gets rid of that, factor. But I don't get much underneath my razor blades though. But like I said, I try to cut more frequently. But things will get jammed. Oh, the final version of the Lawnmower Pro. I think it might be up on the Yarbo.com right now too. I'm supposed to get my hands on something pretty soon. We're trying to get them, obviously, with everybody who pre-ordered them, we want to get them to the to the people first here. So I wanted to look. We had a couple articles people wrote the other day. We did a media event the other day, and I wanted to kind of see if any of the articles, because some of those people did cover and did take photos of the Lawnmower Pro. As we're coming to the end, I mean, we're not coming to the end. We still have a couple months left of the mowing season. Sorry, I'm trying to look some stuff up at the same time, guys. You guys are asking some good questions today. Yeah, they did hold it in New York City, but I mean, I guess they could have did it in Chicago, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of, it's the media capital of the world, and if you know New Yorkers and you know New York, they're not going to come out to the Long Island office. So you got to kind of bring the show to them in New York City. It'd be fun to go cut some grasses in New York City and actually show the Dead Reckoning working in New York City. Obviously you're not going to get some lawn. Maybe they'll let us come do some lawn care in Central Park. Like, that's a good area. We could definitely take the Yarbo down to Central Park and do some stuff. Yeah, I guess we could invite some media into a Chicago event one of these days. But then I gotta do that real close shave. I gotta put on a suit. Ryan doesn't want to do that. Last time I wore a suit was in New York City, and that was like, that's it. I'm like, maybe my wife and I went out to eat one night or something. I don't know. Supposed to warm up today. It's a little cold. For a Labor Day weekend, it was kind of chilly this weekend, man. We really didn't get I was gonna go out on my dad's boat because he's getting rid of it, but last we just did not make it out on my dad's boat. My dad's reselling everything like he's gonna run out of his retirement, because they told him he's only got 20 years on his retirement before that runs out. And I'm like, Dad, that'll put you at like 92. You're good, man. We'll take care of you then. See what the Yarbos, see, these are the kind of trees that used to give me a little bit of trouble. Some of the tree covers here. Okay, it finished up. So now it's gonna come over here. It wants to recharge, but I'm not gonna recharge it yet. I'm gonna take it over to, I do need to start messing with some of that new path planning and stuff too. I don't want to run over my grass here. I'm going to bring it over here. Then we're going to go over to another area. It's beautiful Monday, though. It's September 2nd. You really can't beat it. Park it, try to get in the area, and then I can park and send it over to another area. So yeah, keep the questions coming. I gotta try to do this and then move at the same time, so see where we want to go here. Alrighty. I got to try to carry these 2 tripods without tripping over them. I guess I could move them in. Make sure we got everything going live. We're going to follow it out. Also, guys, just to let you know, I was out here the other day. I had all the Yarbo stuff set up out here, guys. We have our snowblower, couple cores, and the leaf blower. I did have the Pro on one of these. These are some of we just test these out. But if you guys haven't seen the Yarbo snowblower yet, this is our module right here. It's got some testing stuff on it. Sorry, let me straighten out this camera. And then this is what the lawnmower or the leaf blower looks like right here. There we go. All right, enough of that. Enough of that bad camera work. I'm going back this way. We're gonna follow the Yarbo out to another area here. Let me grab my water. We can watch it go. Go, baby, go. So that's the good thing. As long as your areas are connected by paths, let me straighten this out. Now we're gonna go back this way. Let me grab this. Well, I might have to come back for the water. Let's just keep following. We're gonna go up and get on this hill though. We're gonna probably do the boundary first. I think I did a cut on here the other day. You can still see the beautiful lines. Look at the sky though. Come on, man. The Canadian geese are back, by the way. I mean, it's just like landmine after landmine with the geese. The Yarbo goes right over it. I don't care. He's cool with that. So these are the paths that I've drawn. So it's going to come over to this area. Then it should go back over to... There we go. Let me see where it's going. Running over to the path. So yeah, even in the past though, with the dead reckoning, like I've lost GPS a couple times and it's come back. Coming back in that area. I'm gonna take it out over here. I'm going up on this hill. Oh, let me check. I'll check out your question just a sec, but when I get out to this area here, yeah. Yeah, that'd be good. Like different cuts, like so the boundary 3 inches, the inside. Hopefully our trimmer takes care of some of that as well. You'll have 1/4 inch increments on the trimmer. I don't know what I'm doing on this hill. Let me come over this way. Hey. Yep, Yarbo still needs a good GPS signal to start a plan. But sometimes it's as simple as just engaging the unit through the app. Ugh, I'm stepping on this stuff. I hate it. A lot of goose stuff out here too. Bringing the TikTok out here. We still, okay, good. Got Wi-Fi. We're gonna go around and do some, look at that beautiful sky. Sorry, let me adjust this. I'll have to see what plan we're doing out here. Let me go grab my water. I'll be back 1 second. so gross out here with the geese, man. All right, TikTok's still up. Oh, do what they have around the putting greens? Yeah. I guess you could always map an area inside another area and just have two maps going on. So where this branch is hanging right here, it's notorious for losing a GPS signal. Oh, we're doing the plan, so I'm gonna move to an area where you guys can see it do the plan, because it's going north-south right now. So let's go on up the hill. Cicadas are already out this morning. It's nice. Oh, kicking pine cones. Yarbo's running over everything right now. Alrighty. We got a good signal here. Let me adjust this. Yeah, this tree right here is like notorious for, look at this. We've got to trim this. This is the ground. I'm trying to set up an area where we can watch the Yarbo. And see it be cutting over here real quick. Okay, got some, y'all can see it on TikTok too. I got a couple different areas on this hill. Yeah, I could see that too with the trampling. So yeah, we got about 34 minutes up on this cut right here. Let's see what's going on YouTube. Sorry, I feel like I've been ignoring YouTube. Yeah, Desmond was asking about the spreader and stuff like that. Definitely check your email on that. We had something go out this morning. Maybe wait, check your spam. In essence, I guess I mean, since it's going out and anybody wanted to know about the spreader, the spreader and the liquid sprayer right now are on indefinite hold. I know nobody likes to hear that, but there's good reasons for that. It wasn't made lightly, the decision. Over the past months, our R&D team has encountered challenges with stability, reliability, and integration. Remember, we're the only ones doing the modular thing. So yeah, we're the only ones doing the modular thing. So when they, so at the same time, we believe it's our responsibility to focus our resources on making current products, such as the lawnmower, what you see here, the Lawnmower Pro, snowblower, blower, and trimmer modules, as reliable and effective as possible. So right now, with the size of the R&D and everything like that, they got to prioritize some of our other products. And obviously that's, you know, it's not a decision that was been taken lightly, obviously, you know. So we have ambitious goals, you know, at Yarbo, and breakthroughs happen here and there with our lawnmowers. Like I said, a couple years ago, it was supposed to be a snowbot. So now we have lawnmower, leaf blower, snow blower. And we really need to focus on making those products the best products we can possibly bring out. If you did pre-order, you can go. You'll be given an option for either a full refund. So that's great. So you'll get an option for a full refund if you did buy through there, or you can change your order to a Lawnmower Pro module by paying just the difference, an extra $500. So for $500, you could have the Lawnmower Pro if you've already pre-ordered the spreader and the spreaders, or you could do 150,000 Yarbo points valued at $1,500 on the website as well. So those are some of the options. Like I said, money back, money off the Pro, or $1,500 worth of points at Yarbo. So I know people are bummed about that, but honestly, with how rapid everything's moving, and to try and, as far as like where the resources can go right now, where's your R&D, where can your resources go? And obviously you only have so many people who can focus on so many different things. So I think right now, just indefinitely, they're pausing the spreaders. That doesn't mean you still can't go get yourself a spreader and hook it up to the tow hitch as well. It's just that automotive. I get it. And that's something, like, trust me, they've been working really hard to try to get that done. It's just not there yet. So yeah, you should have that email shortly if it hasn't gone out yet. I think they just sent it out. So let it get through all your filters and stuff. Tow mode is supposed to come out in the next update, which would be probably in the next week or two, next 2 weeks, couple weeks. So Kathy said tow mode is definitely on the next update. So that's really where we're at. I mean, as far as like, I know they're trying, we brought back the trimmer just to try to get it perfected a little bit. So that's going well. The Lawnmower Pro is now shipping. So you guys, people should start receiving that shortly. If anyone has, let me know. But like I said, it takes a while to get over here. And then, yeah, just, keeping tabs on everything else. There are some cool things on the horizon. But sometimes, I know this in business too, if you stretch too far, you kind of lose track of some of the things that really focus. And honestly, just perfecting the Lawnmower Pro, perfecting the Yarbo lawnmower, perfecting the software and the core. So little by little, upgrade by upgrade, I think it's getting there. You guys kind of bring some when there is a problem, you guys let us know. And then I think like the dead reckoning solution is really cool. Yeah, I hear you there. Perfecting, not on your dime. That's why if you did pre-order that, the granule spreaders and the other spreaders, by all means, you can get a complete refund on that. Also, though, like I said, there's some other options too that they're making available, like discounts on the Pro. But it's very difficult because this is the first of its kind out there, and I know some of you guys were here with the Kickstarters and stuff like that. So it's just important to get things right. I think a lot of the changes are getting there, but when you're the only one doing certain things, it's hard. It's a lot harder. And I know some of the other just autonomous lawnmowers and stuff are having have issues. So now you combine the fact that this is a snowblower, lawnmower, leaf blower. I think it's doing pretty well for being the only one in its class. So. Yeah, and I get it. If people aren't happy about the spreaders and stuff like that, but like I said, it's not a decision that I think they took lightly. Obviously, they didn't take it lightly. Everybody's in the business for money. That's what business is for: innovation, money, all that stuff like that. So for them to say, "Yeah, we're willing to put this on hold at the sake of not putting out something that just." That you didn't want to stand by right now. I think that's pretty admirable to say, hey, listen, This is not something we want to put our name on right this second, so let us figure it out. So, and honestly, I know you said it needs to be a partnership, and honestly, I would say Yarbo, out of any brand that I've worked with, Yarbo is the best at listening to its customer base and its users. I don't know any other. A couple weeks ago, I was on an American Airlines flight, and they just had me sitting on the tarmac for over an hour plus after we landed. And there's no like customer service for that. It's pretty much you're stuck with that. You know, I've worked with a couple other brands that were like that the same way. I mean, it was like they would just ghost you once they made the sale. And I will say Yarbo doesn't do that. Just the fact that they're sending out emails, constant communication, admitting, hey, listen, this is not working out, this thing's not working out, or this is not working out. Yarbo's the one that's actually out there. At least we're owning up to things. Because like I said, I've worked for some brands. I've worked for a lot of brands in my life. And I know a lot of them don't stick to it, even though they have a nice little company creed or a nice little code about doing it the blank way. Or, you know, I know a lot of companies, as soon as that sale's done, they will ghost you. You know, pretty much any home improvement store will ghost you. Yarbo, like, your RTK antennas break, they're on top of it. Something, you know, like even if it's user error, we're on top of it. So they're always trying to help. They're always trying to listen to your needs. So yeah, it doesn't mean, I definitely think it'll come, especially like the sprayers and stuff like that. It's just, I mean, there's a lot of different factors when it comes into designing things. And I think everybody wants this, you know, because first it was what, a trimmer and an edger. And then it was like, okay, now we just need to focus on the trimmer. I mean, there's a lot of safety concerns. There's a lot of legalities, legal things that you have to go through. Maybe in the United States, there's some legal things versus in the UK, there's different legal things, ramifications for spreaders and sprayers. But also the fact that it's like, okay, let's, like, in the last like couple years, I mean, the R&D department is now created a trimmer, created a Lawnmower Pro. I mean, the many software upgrades and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, it stinks. Nobody likes to hear when something doesn't work out, but we've all had those kind of, get these ants off of. Yeah. Yeah, that could always be an option too, like partnering up with somebody who's making these kind of things, as long as you know the connections. And I think as things grow and things spread, I know Yarbo's really trying to spread here in the United States now and grow. So we're working on all that as well. So, but we love you guys. We love our Yarbo community out there. 90% of the information we get are from, you know, some of our best people out there who are out there on the front lines with the Yarbo, our product pioneer users. So all of these things that we've either done or not done, we've had Yarbo users actually test them out, and they're the ones that tell us this is not ready for this. The same thing happened to the trimmer. I mean, the trimmer was 90% of the way completed. Everything that 90% of the way pretty much completed, but then we had our users go out and test it out, and they're the ones that were like, okay, this is what you need to improve, this is what you need to improve. And they were really micro changes, like a ball so it doesn't bottom out. Just the fact that you could go, at beginning we had it 4 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches. Now you can go by quarter-inch increments. And the speed of how you put it on, that was a concern for us as well, just because it was kind of cumbersome. So yeah, and now we're going, not only do we have the dead reckoning, but we're also experimenting. Like right now, I believe this unit is hooked up to an NTRIP. So that's another thing that's going on right now as well, the NTRIP and the dead reckoning. So we really got a lot of stuff going on, but that's why sometimes you gotta keep focused. I haven't even checked on the dead reckoning for a minute. I wonder how it's So like I said, you'll be able to see it on the app. So when it's orange, that means the dead reckoning is kicked in from the GPS. If it does go completely red, I believe it does. Yeah, I agree on that. Somebody on YouTube was talking about like how technically advanced Yarbo is. Some people out there expect that a device that's like Apple 10th generation on the first try. And no, that's not going to happen. And I mean, from where it's at, like I said, the only other modular yard tool out there right now is doing a Kickstarter to raise money. Yarbo's the only one that's actually out there. I mean, I'm cutting grass right now. This is not a Kickstarter. I'm cutting grass. Okay, Kathy's watching Shiny Pasta, that comment. So just know that they're watching that if that's something that you think would be good. So that then they're definitely writing notes and taking down this. Trying to adjust this and drink water. It's starting to get warm. It's supposed to warm up today, and then tomorrow might rain a little bit, and then a cold front's coming in. It's definitely sweatshirt weather this weekend. Let me see. Yeah, if you're on YouTube too, they're filtering. They're answering some questions as well. And they'll get you on yarbo.com if you're asking any, or if you have any requests. Sorry, coming over this way. Yeah, I'm not sure when the NTRIP will be rolled out into all. Still working on that. But I've seen that's the natural switch up progression here. This mower right here is running off NTRIP. So yeah, the dead reckoning has kicked in. Are the new GPS improvements also being used when creating maps? Yeah, especially like no-go zones too. You can set a distance to up to 330 feet when you're setting new no-go zones. Sorry, I got like ants falling on my head from this tree, I swear. Yeah, so this is why the tree cover, you got to take care of this. I'm going to move over a little bit, guys. So yeah, and there's improved obstacle avoidance around mapping as well. So that's a new update as well. Just make sure you're in there looking at your settings and stuff. Oh, there's my hawk friend just flew over. Yeah, so with the precise positioning vision system, so we call it the PPVS. That's the dead reckoning. We've added dead reckoning. So that helps Yarbo keep working when the GPS isn't stable, like under trees, near walls, buildings, along eaves of your house. With dead reckoning on, Yarbo uses its internal sensors, the IMU plus the odometer, to estimate its position, just like Google Maps will show your car moving when you drive through a tunnel. So the estimation kicks in. If you're doing it and you're messing around with the new app and doing stuff like that, you'll see the green is a strong GPS, orange is the medium GPS, and that's when dead reckoning kicks in. And then red, it will pause the rover, pause the work plan, just out of safety. So that means it's gone past its whatever parameters you've set up. And my phone says it's getting hot out here. I'm gonna bring it into the shade a little bit, guys. Sorry. Why? Maybe I'll bring it down here. It's not that hot out. I mean, maybe it's in the 70s now, but my phone will always get hot before the Yarbo. So we'll see. Now you can at least see it on some hills though too. So let me get the other phone real quick. Let me get the TikTok phone. TikTok, I bet it's going to you guys. But if you guys want to learn more, just go to yarbo.com. Sorry guys, rough camera view for a second there, but I'm just moving everything into the shade. There we go. Oh, the geese are back. I had to scare them away the other day. The Yarbo is an excellent geese detractor. I can't see the phone as good as I want to. Here they. So yeah, not only is the Dead Reckoning an update here too. Let me move this a little bit. Not only do we have the Dead Reckoning update, we have the adaptive route map update too in the new firmware, our software, our app settings. So that way you'll be able to switch the routes. So when selected, the Yarbo lawnmower will automatically choose the nearest starting point to begin mowing. Instead of mowing around each no-go zone parameter separately, it will mow the perimeter of a no-go zone when it naturally reaches it along the set route. So this reduces unnecessary travel lines that cut across an area. I know that's been a big concern with the users. Like when you're done and then it goes, those are something I need to still play with, the adaptive route. I'll do that when I get some free time, which is probably never. No, we'll get it done. There's just so much new stuff to try out. I could do some of this at home as well on mine at home. There's also like an auto light mode on the lawnmower. When enabled, the mower will automatically adjust its lights based on surrounding brightness during a work plan. When disabled, the mower will maintain the light setting you configured manually. So you'll find this under Yarbo app, settings, work preferences, auto light mode. So that's just one of the newer features. Pathway obstacle avoidance. So that's in a beta stage. In the pathway settings, you can choose whether to enable vision detection or ultrasonic detection for the Mower Pro. There's a new, we talked about this earlier, plan list improvements. In the work area plan list section, you can now reorder your plans by simply long pressing and dragging them to the preferred order. iCloud backup for the latest map. The latest map adjustment from your Yarbo will be automatically backed up to a securely uploaded iCloud. Each unit will retain only one map version of the cloud at any given time. So that way, if you're worried about losing a map or something like that. There we go. You see us working hills now. Right there, it was under some tree cover. And especially when we're going to do the boundary, it's going to be under some tree cover. You can now return modes. You can set those to a time now. So if you want your Yarbo to return at a certain time, maybe you're out mowing at night or snow blowing at night, and you say, hey, listen, it's 10 o'clock. I got to get the Yarbo in regardless. I don't want to keep my neighbors up, or 11 o'clock. You can set a time, or you can have it return after completion. Either one, those are the two options there. So that's really cool. Another app. So the Wiki Quick access. I sound like I'm from Boston when I say Wiki Quick access. Wicked Quick access. So the Wiki Quick access, a dedicated wiki platform, is now available. So you can find that online, but now you'll be able to directly access it through the profile section of the Yarbo app, and it'll tell you everything I'm saying about all the new software, all the firmware. It'll tell you all that stuff right there. You can set now no charge periods. Minimal interval is 10 minutes, and the feature is disabled by default. Just go to the setting page, navigate to working preferences. You'll see a no charge period. You can click the plus icon in the top corner for your desired time periods. Like maybe if it's too hot during the day and you want to change things up, you can do that. Edge blowing toggle for the blower. You can now control the edge blowing function using a toggle. It is enabled by default for all zones. When turned off, the blower will skip blowing actions. Okay. So this is something new too. The toggle cannot be adjusted while a work plan is in progress, paused, or when Yarbo is returning to charging. So you have to do that before or after. Yeah, if that's the case, Fuzzy, then like if it's not doing what the new app says it's supposed to do, make sure you could always let us diagnose that Yarbo as well. You create a ticket and diagnose it too, so they can kind of see what your settings are at and what's going on. I have yet to play around with any of that for the most part. Obviously, I was on vacation all weekend, and this just launched last week. I have done a couple test cuts now with the Dead Reckoning. So far, so good. Everything's been great with that. I'm sure there'll be updates to that in 2 weeks, or we'll be updating, you name it. There's nothing more frustrating when, after you're done doing a cut and you have these beautiful stripes, and I know even our PP users say that too. There's nothing more frustrating with that. So I'll have to play around with some of that this week as well. I don't know if we have any live scheduled for tomorrow, so if we don't, that'll give me time to mess around with some of that too. Oh, that breeze feels so good. Huh. Fuzzy, now I feel like wherever you are, I just gotta jump a flight. We gotta check this out. So you can see the hills. We're working some hills here. Let me see. I wonder if the dead reckoning kicks in, because this is an area where I got too many apps and too much stuff open, guys. No, we got a pretty good GPS here. 13 minutes left on this cut. I still have the tow hitch on the back, but so I'm waiting for that tow mode in the next update to come out, and then we can really start towing some stuff. Fall's coming up. I did see, Kathy's gonna be happy, I did see a pile of leaves starting to come down. So we're definitely gonna start getting some leaves here. I'm gonna have the blower out. Probably create some pretty big piles out here. Probably mulch some of them up too. Blow them and then mulch them up. That'll be fine as well. Kind of hungry for lunch today, guys. It's one of them days. Check out what's going on the TikTok. My TikTok's been pretty bad lately, man. Everything's been slowed down. There's too many too many little things on there. I can't necessarily see my phone. It's easy. I'm gonna go check out YouTube real quick. Got a nice cut going on up here on the hill. So we're in a cove here too with I'm doing this with the dead reckoning too, in our like the setup at the office here is not really ideal. But yeah, we do have, so you should be running. If you look at your phone, there's some cool stuff from Yarbo. If you look at your phone, your firmware should be 3.10.0. And then your app version should be 3.16.0. So make sure you're running the updated version on both. So yeah, if you have any like technical questions, Kathy's watching right now. You can click on any of the icons on the side. Check out the products, yarbo.com. We do have a couple conventions coming up. You can find those, I think, on our Facebook page. We talked about that. We're going to be in Berlin. So if you're in Germany or anything like that and you want to see a Yarbo, and then we're going to have another one. I think we're going to be at another one just southeast of, I think it was Manchester. So yeah, the other convention right there. That's the one. I saw it. I did not get the invite to the, I'm waiting for the one in the wintertime. Kathy said we're going to do one in, Hawaii? Hawaii, or I guess I could do like Florida. I guess we could go down to Florida. I got a feeling I'll be in Ontario. Snow, getting ready for that snow up in Canada, though. I saw some posts this weekend, some talking about it. So yeah, the snow is coming for Canada. If you haven't got your, Yarbo snowblower going yet, start mapping out some areas. I would. Yeah, Ground Fest 2025. I would love to come down to Florida and check out that St. Augustine. I gotta get the Mower Pro. I'd have to bring the Mower Pro down there though. I heard that's some fun grass to cut. But yeah, Kenilworth, UK, September 9th through 9th and 10th, booth RB20. It's called Ground Fest 2025. So if you're in that area, if you're in the UK and you're in that area, September 9th and 10th in Kenilworth. And then there's another one. in Berlin, but I got to try to find that one too. Oh, yep, here it is. September 5th through the 9th, 2025. Berlin, Germany. Booth Hall 9, 131, an outdoor booth. Oh, we're going to be indoors and outdoors at the IFA 2025. So we'll be inside and outside. So yeah, that's September 5th through the 9th, 2025 in Berlin, Germany. I know there's a Berlin, Michigan. We're not going to be there. So yeah, Berlin, Germany. You're going to want to check that out at the IFA 2025. They have a booth inside and outside. So the hills are going to be alive with the sound of Yarbo that weekend. That's pretty awesome. It was that I cleaned up my Yarbo from helping me with the follow me mode and put UV protection on it, plastics in the paint. You could do that, yeah, definitely. But then that's funny, like, now I don't want to get it dirty. I guess I'm different. I'm here, all I want to do is get this stuff dirty. Invite still open to come to Wisconsin, even let you wear your Bears gear. Not during game week. I do want to get up there though this fall. I want to go. My uncle's got a nice house in Sun Prairie. He's got chickens and stuff, and my wife wants to come see his chickens. We're not allowed to have chickens here, nor do I want chickens in my yard right now, just because. But yeah, so he's outside of Sun Prairie. Then I have family in Green Bay, and then my Uncle Jerry bought a home up right on the border. It's actually a river in his backyard. And the other side of the river is Michigan. And his house is in Wisconsin, and then the other side of the river right in his backyard is the state of Michigan, which is crazy. I asked him if he needs 2 fishing licenses. He said he only needs 1. Yep, we're less than 1 week away. My Bears open up Monday Night Football. I watched my Michigan Wolverines Saturday. Looked okay. I watched some college football this weekend, though. Saw Notre Dame get beat by Miami. But Florida State beat Alabama. That was fun. It's nice to be in football season. And honestly, it's really cool the fact that it is football season and you can send your Yarbo out to do your yard work for you while you sit inside and watch football. Pewaukee. Let's see where that is. Pewaukee. Okay, so that's pretty much like not too far outside of Milwaukee. I guess that'd be a suburb of Milwaukee then, right? Yeah, it's nice. I've been on the, I did it a couple, for years I was on that, I'd go on that, your Morning Blend TV show outside of Milwaukee with the ladies there, Molly and I think Tiffany. So I've been on that show quite a few times for an old company I work for. Got to get Yarbo to do some of those morning shows. That'd be kind of fun. It's just tough. It's a little harder to take this Yarbo places unless you're riding it. Which, don't ride it. I see so many videos of people riding it. Actually came back to the other day and a guy was riding the leaf blower. I was like, maybe I'm just jealous because I'm big and I can't, there's no way I can fit on top of that thing without severely injuring myself. But yeah, we got a big, beautiful blue sky today. I felt like I'm ignoring TikTok, but I'm not. I'm trying not to. You can see the cut. Nice little parallel cut here. It actually rotated from the cut. I need to set up a few more different cuts here. I think I got the boundary going last on this one, which is good because it's the least impressive part of this cut. Oh, you got one of the Yarbo 3D models. That's awesome. I don't know if we're at the... Did you hear the mower just start up there? One second, I want to do something. All right, so now that we finished its cut, it's gonna go around and do some borders. Over here though, I'm interested, guys. This is where we would run into a lot of trouble with the GPS under that tree right there. And you can see it's gone out. It's working off NTRIP right now. You can see that it'll go on and off. I bet you again, it loses GPS under this tree. And I'm gonna show you on my phone here, because I got a feeling it will. It always, maybe it won't now, it caught another signal. But as soon as it does, I'll flash it. I'll show you guys. Because that's exactly where, when it turned orange right there, this is exactly where I would have GPS issues. And I think we'll probably have some on the way back here. And you notice right when the NTRIP kicks in, it gives you like a little, you'll see the GPS icon on the app actually turn orange. And then my parameters are set up where I'm going 331 feet. But you can set them up different too on the through the app when you go into the Yarbo lab. But that also helps too with the 330 feet too. Like if I'm gonna put a no-go zone around a tree, a lot of times it's very difficult because you need the GPS to set a no-go zone. Now you can function on some of the NTRIP when it comes to setting that no-go zone. It's gonna be hard for me to keep this on camera the whole time, guys, with this, we're doing the boundary here. Thanks for all the good questions today and comments, man. I really appreciate it. Got about 4 minutes left on this cut, then I'm gonna send it back. And I'll have to go get lunch or do something fun like that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who's going to win this year. I don't know. Packers look like they might have a team, but then you guys just got that Parsons, and it turned out he got an injury, so might need an epidural. I don't know if that's true or not, but could just be the NFL rumor mill. Working our way around. Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in today. It's nice. I hope everybody had a good Labor Day weekend. I know I did. Not fighting traffic on the way out of Illinois was, oh my. So a lot of people don't know that, but when you live in Chicago, like everything on the north kind of comes through here. There's no way to really, I mean, we have a couple different, so they're still doing construction downtown on the Kennedy. So then you can take like 290 around or whatever not, but it's like, it's a nightmare. And so I literally got on by O'Hare, and it didn't really clear up until almost the Michigan border, where it was like, I even had to get off. They had me get off in Harvey, Illinois. So I had to get off the highway, and actually, just because the highway was so bad. So normally it takes about, to get to my dad's house, it could like to, well, the Grand Rapids takes about 3.5 hours. My dad lives a little bit outside of town, but I can usually bypass it with M6. Man, it was like 5.5 hours on a Friday night. I was like, My wife's like going, we can go home. When it comes back around here, we'll probably be able to see the GPS and the NTRIP. Somebody said, does this one use blades or string? These are blades. These are our 2-disc, 5 blades on each blade. Our Mower Pro uses 2 blades, so no strings underneath. Our trimmer will be a string trimmer, so that will use string. This uses razor blades on this one for a micro mulch. Our Mower Pro has 2 more robust lawnmower blower blades. I really appreciate the conversations today, man. I love getting to know you guys out there. Just remember, if I'm delivering news, don't shoot the messenger. There we go. We're probably coming back to an area right here where I can show you guys. I might be able to show you guys on here. Like, if it goes out. Right now we got a good GPS signal. It's working its way. I have it set up to 330 degrees when the GPS goes out, or 330 feet. Sorry, degrees. So right by this tree is usually where I get some kind of suspect GPS signals, but I'm getting good ones today. It's going right under tree cover, totally fine. I do like the video where the young kid ran up and put tinfoil on the, I don't know if I have the athletic capabilities to do that at my age. You guys want to learn more, you can always go to yarbo.com. This is our Yarbo lawnmower. We have the Lawnmower Pro, we have the Yarbo snowblower, and the Yarbo leaf blower. All of those are available along with our accessory page. You can find all the Yarbo products. Like I said, we're really trying to just focus on making these products the best possible products out there. We're the only ones in the market with a modular yard tool, folks. Anyone else has one, it's a Kickstarter. So we're the only ones out there right now offering this. So we appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. It's been exciting. It's been fun. And we're just about done. I think this will end here. This will be the second lap of the boundary. Looking good out here though. Phones are a little hot. Well, we're almost there. You can see the cut. This is the cut we've done. This tripod's backwards here on me, but yeah, you can see the cut. This is the path that we gone up to the path. Obviously, if this was your yard, you'd probably set your boundaries up further out. But for the purposes of a live stream, I wanted you guys to see this cut here. Might only have this little stretch. I don't know if it's already done 2 border laps here or not. I wish I could give you guys I know TikTok can see a good aerial of the cut. Grass is still a little dry. We do have rain coming tomorrow, I think. Maybe overnight. I'm not quite sure. Okay. So yeah, here's where just one strip left here. Yeah, we're going to be into the fall weather here coming up pretty quick here. I can't believe it's September. It's September 2nd, by the way. If you thought it was Monday today, it's not. It's Tuesday, September 2nd. Kids are back in school. Dad and mom are back at work. Yarbo's back at work. All is right with the world. If you're watching on Facebook, what's up? It's nice to see you guys. I'm sure Mr. Craig Wright was holding down the fort up there. Alrighty, there we go. I am no, I don't want you to drive back. See, this is the problem with the map I've created here. I'm bringing her back. I actually don't have to bring it back. I want to do some testing with it anyway, so I'll probably leave Yarbo out here. But yeah, it was a good cut today, man. We did it. We got a good cut here. Come bring Yarbo over here, and then I'll flip these cameras around. Try not to knock over my tripod. I'm gonna turn this around so I can give you guys a proper goodbye instead of my normal exit. All right, let me make sure everything's, there we go. That's me. I can't really see very well here in the shadows. Oh, there's Yarbo behind me. Let me flip this one around too, just so we can say bye to you guys properly. There we go. TikTok's up too. We can say goodbye properly. Let me see. TikTok, you got the Yarbo. Okay, we got the Yarbo in the shot. That's good. Hey, everyone, man, we really appreciate you guys coming on. I know not the best news about the spreader and the, the spreaders and stuff like that, but it is, at the end of the day, check your emails, choose whatever you guys want, whether it's the money back, whether it's money off the Lawnmower Pro, or up to 150, I think it was 150,000 Yarbo points. So that's up to $1,500 off the Yarbo site. If I could get the Yarbo Pro for like just an additional $500, I'd probably look into that as well. So yeah, check that out. And once again, it's just about getting things right, and that's what's important. Check out the new software that's been uploaded. The app should be 3.16.0. Check that out with the adjustable cut, with the Dead Reckoning software. Go in and set that up. There were some upgrades, like I said, to the boundary stuff. There's boundary obstacle avoidance. So yeah, check out that software. We're going to be testing out some stuff, and we have some really cool stuff to talk about, especially on the 5th of September. So schedule that in, come back 5th of September. If you've been looking to purchase a Yarbo and you've been on the fence about which one, maybe it'll help make your decision a little bit easier. And we'll be out there. Sorry, I wish I could read this real quick. All right. Yep, and we'll make sure, Yarbo is always going to keep you guys updated on stuff. Like I said, the customer service is great. Everyone's on top of it, and we appreciate our Yarbo community out there. Keep it going, and let us know. I want to know the first person who gets the Pro. I want to see it. I want to see videos. I want to see that, and we'll get back out here with that really soon too. This was the Yarbo Lawnmower 1. You can see there are some leaves on the ground, so a lot of people are happy about that. Kathy's happy, so we appreciate it. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for tuning in this live stream, and we'll be back later on in the week, and I'll have something fun for you guys, I promise. We'll take care of you.